Well, I think we're just going to skip the rest of the tutorial. No reason to really go back through any of that. That last death was a little too embarrassing for me, so I think I'll just proceed on to the actual game, where we can get some real deaths in instead. So we're just going to head out through this cave. Online mode is finally active for me again, so we should be... yeah, there we go. We're seeing plenty of messages and everything. Figure we might as well try leaving one of our own. Basically, when you leave a message, other people can come by, read it, and if they rate it, you get healed by that. So we'll go with something nice and simple. And who knows, maybe someone will read it, rate it, and we'll get healed at an opportune moment. Actually, no, we might as well make it here instead. Let's see. Yeah, we can probably make it a little longer than that was, so... praise the sun. I thought I understood how this thing worked. Yeah, there we go. Comma will do the trick. And I saw one I would like to use here. Well, yeah, there we go. That'll work. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that while we continue on to Majula. Before you run down to the actual town itself, you should drop down this cliff and then onto this next little path here and just grab yourself a nice little cleric item and a morning star. So 2 cleric items technically, but mainly the chimes are replacing the talismans in this one for you to cast miracles with. So now you have a way to cast miracles. You just have to wait for your faith to be high enough. I think the lowest one is like 12 or something. The regular heal miracle is 12. That's about the extent of what I know about miracles in this one. However, they were pretty much my favorite part of the magic system in Dark Souls, so we'll see how they turn out in this one. This is the Emerald Herald, and she is the way that you level up in this one. When you sit down on a bonfire, you no longer have the option to level. It's been replaced with that teleport option instead. So you have to come back to Majula every time you want to level up, and essentially just bring her a bunch of souls. So, seeing as I don't have a bunch of souls anymore, we'll have to wait on that one. Actually, you know what? We won't have to wait. Let's go get some souls from someone who clearly doesn't need them. This guy, if you happen to read the... what was it? The webcomic that they had up? Into the Light is what it was called. This is the Crestfallen Warrior from that and whatnot. Very similar to the one in Dark Souls and Demon Souls, and equally as dead as that one. Oh, well, alright. Almost equally as dead as that one, as I almost fall off the edge of this tower. There we go. Much better. So, I'll just be taking those souls, and this ring that, like in Dark Souls, will boost your defense against melee attacks, or physical damage. Oh yeah, and the Emerald Herald also is the one that gives you the Estus Flask. Only one this time, though. You have to find shards of other flasks to make new ones out of. So, you just bring those to her and she'll make you new flasks. You can still upgrade the flasks at a bonfire, but the system's a little different this time around, so we'll get into that once I actually find one of the items to do it. Here we have a locked door, and a guy who wants you to open it. He is a blacksmith, so you kind of want to help him out, even though he is a bit of a dick. And if we go up this hill, we find a covenant that essentially makes the game... it sets it so that the enemies are New Game Plus level enemies. right off the bat. Since I'm still, for some reason, feeling a little confident, we're going to try it out, see how it works. I haven't actually given this a shot yet, so I may be totally wrong on what this covenant actually does, but we'll find out. Unless we don't. Because now that I think about it, being in this covenant, I know for a fact means that you can't summon help, and I think it might mean you can't put your summoning sign down either, and I do want to be able to put my sign down so that other people can summon us. Let's see here. Knock this rock into here. This guy who was horribly killed, apparently, comes up and he has a shard of an Estus flask on him, which you can bring back to the Emerald Herald to make a second Estus flask for you with. The Estus flasks in this work similarly to the life gems down there, except they heal a whole lot more and they heal it much faster, but it is still healing over time. This guy is a merchant. Sorry about that, recording this at like 3 a.m. That guy's a merchant. He's got some kind of backstory and storyline and everything that you can do during the actual game. We'll try to get around to it, but he's something about him, I don't like him.
Oh.
This NPC, however, I really like. And she is someone that you're going to need to get to know if you plan on switching covenants a lot. So, there we go. I'm currently in the company of champions. If we ever need to leave that covenant, we just come back and talk to her. And we can leave it without any penalty. That pit that was next to me just now is a pit. We'll get around to that a lot later, because I still have only managed to ever get to the first platform that's in it. And that's about it for right now. Next time we'll start on the actual gameplay. See you then.